Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. We're getting ready for a doubleheader at Nellis Hall between the Red Ravens and the Garden City Bronxbusters. Chris, feels, we were just here less than 48 hours ago, but it feels like it's been a minute since we had a doubleheader in this building. Both teams in action today. Still a little bit of time, I suppose that could change, but it seems like we're finally going to get back to normal after a weird week.
Are they allowed to do that?
I don't know.
Are they allowed to play 2 games in a row?
I don't know.
I mean,
feels like it's been a minute, hasn't it?
It's been over a week, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's been weird.
Well, I guess we can then, so let's do it. Absolutely.
Well, and Chris, we talk about this Garden City matchup, and I think what we'll hear from Coach Turner and Coach Herkelman here just around the corner is this is the time of the year where in a league like the Jayhawk, ignore the record. Because both this girls team that comes into today at 11-11 and the boys team that comes in at 12-11, they both have top 5 talent in this league and are capable of competing with anybody in this conference on any given day. There's been some injuries, there's been some inconsistency, but if you don't take this Garden City team seriously, they're going to get you, and it doesn't matter that you're at Nellis Hall.
Yeah, if you sleep in the first half or the second half, if there's lapses when you can't get buckets to fall, or if you just you turn the ball over more than normal, it's going to come back to bite you.
No doubt about it. And obviously going back to Thursday, Chris, and the win over the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, one of the best performances for the Lady Ravens all year, a complete 40-minute display to get that win over Hutch. They're going to need another 40-minute performance here today, and that's been the challenge at times this year for Tony Turner's squad. When they're on, they can go with anybody, but sometimes there's those 5-7-minute lapses where they can kind of look more like a vulnerable middle-of-the-pack team.
Absolutely, and I know they're working on lessening those 5 to 7 minute lapses, and it seemed to work really well in the game against Hutch, but it's got to work really for the rest of the season.
No doubt about it. Chris, this Garden City team, of course, has some good depth as well. Anna Ramos P. Reese, the returning forward for this Garden City team. But really, it's 4 main scorers that you're going to see today for Garden City. One of the best guard duos in this league in Sierra Dreesen and Antonesia Moultrie. They also get some help from Jolie Mance, the freshman out of Hawaii, who's their best 3-point shooter. And then the freshman forward, Bruno Costa da Silva, puts up about 11 points a game as well. So it's a talented team, Chris, but really it's this starting 5. If you can slow down this starting 5, you have a good chance to beat Garden.
And, of course, with Coffeyville's defense like it is, you know they're going to concentrate on those starting 5, but it's going to be top to bottom, going to be playing great defense tonight.
Ravens got some good production on Thursday night from the starting 5 with Narika Welch having a game-high 19 points. Also some great minutes from Karis Washington, Aubrey Highshaw, Chris. It really, I think a good portion of this game is going to come down to which starting 5 plays better today, and hopefully here at Nellis Hall and coming off of that big win over Hutch, that starting 5 for Tony Turner can prove that they are the more talented starting 5 in this conference.
Absolutely, but the thing about this Coffeyville team is you have the starting 5, and then you have the other starting 5. I mean, it's not very often with a team that you can put a fresh 5 in. And I think Coach Turner has confidence in anybody, top to bottom, that he can put in, and even put a different starting 5 in at any given time, and it would work.
No question about that. We go to game number 2 here, Chris, and the Red Raven men will be on the court for the first time in 10 days, and the first time since they were named a top 10 team in America. They go for win number 18 today against a very talented Garden City team that have some faces that you recognize. Of course, Boston Harker, one of their top returners, but they get the 2 Division I transfers in Antonio Chol and Josiah Sabino, and then 2 Jayhawk transfers. Caleb Smith was a star at Pratt. Emmanuel Mannion was a star at Cloud County. They now star together in Garden City.
That's an interesting combo that they come together on one team, isn't it? Yeah, it's a talented group, that is for sure. And I'm just I'm excited just because I know these guys, these Coffeyville guys, are ready to get back on the floor. It's been a while, and I think they're just ready to put another win on the board.
No question about it. I think, obviously with this Red Raven team, obviously the story on Thursday was that illness that swept the locker room. Hasn't completely left that locker room today. We still have 3 or 4 players that are game-time decisions, the big one being Daniel Tomboy, who's been pretty sick the last couple days. Coach Herkelman hopeful that he'll be able to give him some minutes today, but obviously if Tomboy's down, that means bigger minutes for Relia Nagulich and Rashid Kuda really needing to try to stay out of foul trouble today.
Absolutely, and you just nailed it. That is the key. We got to keep people out of foul trouble. And it really goes to that power forward center position, that 4 and that 5 really need to stay on the floor as much as possible.
No doubt about that. And, of course, with the Red Ravens today, like I said, top 10 team in America, and they will go for that 18th win of the season. This Garden City team, Chris, really the girls' side of Garden City has been more injuries and inconsistency. The boys' side, I think you could argue this is one of the 3 best teams in the league in terms of talent. I think where it really is kind of come back to bite them. And no, I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any means, but of course Rusty Elmore, their head coach, left right before the season started to be a D1 assistant. Isaiah Tisdale steps in, who has a lot of potential and a lot of hype surrounding him. But Chris, he's never been a head coach before. That's a really tough ask about 3 weeks before the season starts to step in and be a head coach. And I think that's a big reason why they've had some ups and downs this year.
Well, it's like this. You know what in your head what you're going to be like and what you're going to try to do when you become a head coach. But until you get out on the floor and actually put it into practice and find out what works and what doesn't, it's almost like being a parent for the first time. You think you know what you're going to do before you have a child, and then when you have the child, it's like, oh, that won't work. And so, you're putting things in practice, whatever works and what doesn't work. If you put this squad with a year of experience with a new head coach, things might be different.
Absolutely. And I think it just goes to show you how rare it is that a first-year head coach and a new team can go 26-7 like Jay Herkelman's first team did back in 1995-96. They will be honored today. Just got inducted into the Red Raven Hall of Fame last night. But, Chris, that's rare that a coach comes in that's never coached before, gets a team together, and they go out and win the conference. That's not supposed to happen, and that's why this team is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But Garden City showing more of what normally happens when you have a new head coach. There's some great moments, and there's some struggles as well.
Absolutely, ups and downs, like you are saying. But you give the system a couple of years to work. You gave him a chance to actually recruit his own players and to win his own system. And we're going to see some differences, I think, next year.
Red Ravens, Garden City coming up just around the corner. It's our Red Raven pregame show brought to you by Imperial Vending. Let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we hear from Coach Turner. We hear from Coach Herkelman as we get ready for tip-off here from Nellis Hall. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Coach Turner on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Don't be mocking. Red Raisin pregame.
The same familiar faces. With a new name, Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting, fast 8-week classes, or even online classes. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
Roman Chevrolet has a great selection of new 2024 Chevy Silverados, 1500 crew cab with up to $6,250 cash allowance. They have power, capability, and more reasons to upgrade this new year. At Roman Chevrolet, you always get more for your trade. It is the best dealership in Southeast Kansas. Roman Chevrolet is your Silverado City, located at 2313 West Main, Independence. Together, let's drive.
Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending, as the Ravens have a quick turnaround back at Nellis Hall, taking on the Garden City Broncbusters. We're joined by head coach Tony Turner as we get ready for tip-off. Coach, great to see you. How are you?
Oh, doing great. Just, again, another dog fight. Ready for another dog fight.
No doubt. Well, let's talk before we get into this matchup and obviously the game with Hutch on Thursday night. But having, less than 48 hours to go from one of the best teams in America to another really dangerous team in this conference, led by Coach Franklin, who does a great job and has a lot of talent on this team, capable of beating anybody. I know they were preseason top 5 in this league. What has been the approach to this last day and a half to get ready for this Garden team in less time than normal in the Jayhawk?
Well, Coach Franklin is a good friend of mine, and he does a great job with his team. They're going to pressure you. They're going to work you. They're going to make you earn everything you get. They got some nice size. I mean, he gets after them, and they play like how he gets on. They're just tough, and we'll have to take care of the ball. We'll have to handle their pressure, and play smart basketball.
No doubt. And Coach, let's go back to Thursday night, of course, really quickly, and that game against Hutchinson. And I know we had talked with Coach Herc at halftime, and he had said that you felt good about that matchup. You felt good about how that second half went out in Hutchinson, and how your team had kind of responded to some early adversity in that first game. And I thought your team did a great job coming out being aggressive on both ends of the floor, got some key takeaways, really made Hutchinson feel sped up offensively, and then attacked the paint, which I think is where you have the advantage against the Blue Dragons. But I thought all in all, a really well-executed performance from your team.
Yeah, our players stuck to the game plan. We watched a lot of some of our mistakes we made when we played them the last time, and they capitalized on our mistakes and improved on them, and they came into this game with a lot of confidence, just knowing that, all due respect to Hutch, that, we basically didn't play how we were capable of playing, and just some of the individual play we had, all that, and I thought last night or Thursday night we played together as a team.
Absolutely. Coach, I know it takes a team effort, and I think it was a team effort to win that game against Hutch, but I really go back to that matchup between your forwards and their forwards. And I thought the way that Karis and Alexis and Aubrey and the way that Narika, the way that they were playing, you could tell had players like Dennison and Haley Jackson and some of those other forwards for Hutch a little bit Bryn Ketchum, a little bit thrown off, a little bit kind of playing frustrated. And what went into that matchup, and why do you think your players really took advantage of that matchup down low?
Oh, those players you mentioned, Aubrey, Karis, Narika, Alexis, are very talented players, and they played within themselves. They played within the game plan. My coaches do a really good job with them, just helping them prepare and just helping them grow as players. And I thought I saw a lot of carryover from some of the workouts we do to the game, and because they're very high level kids, and I mean they utilized their talent, and they were a tough matchup for Hutch.
Coach, I know we talked about it with Coach McBride after the game, but I want to get your thoughts on it too. I think this team is really kind of building an identity around resiliency, and obviously when you beat Dodge City, you were down 4 players, and when you beat Hutch, you were down 3 again with
down 4.
Down 4,
yeah.
And I know that some of the players that played weren't 100% either. So just talk about this team. We know that we've talked about their basketball skill and their coachability and the work that they put in on the court, but just some of that mental toughness and just grit that they've shown. Where now twice this season they've battled shorthanded and gone out and beat a top 10 team in the country.
I always tell them, and our coaches also explain, we're only as strong as our weakest link. We try to coach all 13 of them up to be the best they can be, and we don't give any of them any slack, regardless of their skill level, how good they think they are. We stay on top of them, just so when it's time for these moments that we do need them to step in ready to play, it's no big drop-off, and because they're used to it. I mean, they'll come in with little nerves, but they get it. Like, they understand, and I think this team has that, man. They just work, man. They step right up. I mean, you got a little KK, we call her KK, man, stepped up, made some great plays, but she comes to practice every day, works hard. I can get into her, and she takes it. She don't get caught up with the others off the court stuff, man. She's just a great kid and just a battler, and that's what kind of team we have.
Absolutely. And you mentioned KK, and obviously, like I said, it was a complete team effort, but just some of those, I think it's the difference between November to a game like against Hutch on Thursday night, where the growth of this team and the development of this team into being ready for those moments. Late in that game, Hutch was trying to make a run, and we saw Norika hit time after time big shots for this team to keep them up 2 scores, 3 scores. And we saw KK hit a huge 3, get a huge steal late in that game. We saw some big finishes around the rim from Carly. We saw some big rebounds from Aubrey. We saw some big scores late from Aubrey. Just this team, Coach, and I talked about it with Coach Herc. Every championship team is a little bit different in the way that they do it, but something that every championship team does is play their best basketball when the game is on the line late, and it seems like your girls have really embraced that mentality of when the game's on the line, this is when we play at our best.
No, sticking together to be one, man, and to root for each other, cheer for each other, play for each other, play for the school, play for this team. Don't make it an individual thing, and I think the closer and the more we keep striding toward that, I feel like the better and better. I just told him after the game, I said, I know we have 1 or 2 more gears. We're not even tapped out yet. And I said, I'm not for sure about that second gear, but I know we got 1 more, and I'll know if we have another one once we get to this next gear. And as we grow and improve, we're going to keep trying to get there, and I still expect us to get better and better.
Absolutely. Coach, looking at this Garden team, they're 11-11 on the season, pretty much 500 both at home and on the road, but it's a team that's dealt with some injuries this year. They've mixed and matched some lineups, but they do have some talented wings in Sierra Drees and Antonesia Moultrie. They have a returning forward in Ramos Pires from last season. Some players that you'll recognize and a lot of new faces as well, but what did you see from Garden in that first matchup out there, and what have you seen from them in the 2 months since?
Oh, they run a lot of stuff. I mean, they run elevator screens, backdoor plays. I mean, they do a really good job. I mean, I'm trying to scout this stuff, and I'm looking like, whoa, that's way over my head, and I know I can't expect our kids to learn this stuff in a day and a half. So our biggest thing tonight is going to be just being persistent, being disciplined, just using our defensive tools, a lot of talking, just, getting us all on the same page. And like I said, he does a great job there, and just be ready for the pressure, because they're going to pressure us, and we got to be strong with the ball. We got to play under control. We got to stay humble, and we got to just play within ourselves.
No doubt. Coach, last thing I have for you, appreciate your time, as always, something we talk about. We've talked about it for the last 3 seasons. If you want to succeed in this conference, if you want to compete in this conference, you have to handle business on your home floor. And your team, with the win on Thursday night, is now 11-1 here at Nellis Hall this year. That one loss being to Cloud back in November, early December. But what do you think? Obviously, I think your teams have played well at home in years past. But what do you think has really gone into this crowd, this home crowd at Nellis Hall, and this environment really bringing out the best in your players this year?
I think our players do appreciate the fans. They appreciate, we have people coming to watch our practices, and they just want to just show them, that we want a great entertainment, go out there and play hard, and just, they're spending the money to come watch us, just go out there and just work, and they're working for them, and just being a part of something bigger than them, and just letting the people know that we do appreciate them, appreciate all their support. And so I think that goes a long ways, man, when you got teams that appreciate this, the care of and the support that they're giving them, and just, it's just kind of hard to explain, Shay, but this team is very grateful. They're thankful, and I can keep going on and on just how much they do appreciate the fans here at Coffeyville, and their parents. I mean, it goes a long ways, and I'm a type of person that don't like to always receive. I want to give. So I mean, sometimes I can't always give you everything I want, but I can also, when you come, I can have a team that's going to go out there and make it worth your money.
Well, the fans are going to need to back the Lady Ravens again this afternoon. Big-time showdown with Garden City as the Ravens look to get their 12th home win of the year and their 9th in a row. Coach Kenny Turner going to have to join us on the pregame. Thanks, Coach. Best of luck today.
Thank you.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending. Getting ready for a Saturday afternoon doubleheader with the Garden City Broncbusters. Now joined by men's head coach Jay Herkelman. Coach, thanks so much for the time as always. How you doing?
I'm good. Looking forward to playing.
No doubt. You said it. Odd week. You had the bye last weekend, and then 2 scheduled games with Hutch that ended up being postponed on Wednesday and Thursday. Now finally get back on the court after some weather delays and some illness delays. But I'm sure you and your guys just ready to play basketball again at this point.
Yeah, the guys are really anxious to play. I mean, that's what they want to do, especially this time of year. We're into February. They don't want to practice as much. They just they want to play the games and being that, just like you said, we didn't play last Saturday with the bye. So, they're anxious to get back on the floor.
Well, I know, Coach, the reason why the Thursday night game against Hutch had been postponed was due to some illness in that locker room. I know that, there's going to be some guys that are game-time decision for this one, but what's the latest on that situation with the illness going through the locker room?
Yeah, it hit us pretty hard. I would say 3/4 of the team are good. Daniel is a game-time decision. He had the stomach virus pretty bad, but he's a tough kid, and I'm anticipating that he'll be able to go. He won't be able to play the extended minutes that he's been playing, but hopefully he's going to be able to give us something.
And, Coach, obviously this Garden City team, an interesting one. We've talked about them a couple times this year. In terms of talent and roster construction, one of the best teams in this league. They've had some ups and downs, a new head coach, and some struggles at times. But this last month or so, Coach, seems like they've kind of found a groove a little bit where they've been over 500 and starting to really, I think, maximize that talent. And they're playing some good basketball as of late.
They are, and they're a talented team. When you look at them, they've got all the pieces to be good. For whatever reason, they haven't got the wins, but like I thought that they were going to early in the year, they were picked top 3 in the conference because they do have really good talent. Our game with them out there, we won by 3. They missed a 3 at the buzzer to tie us, and we got out of there with a close win. So, yeah, these guys are talented. We're going to have to be on our game. No doubt. And, it starts with something that you've said, and it's really helped your team this year with guys like Justin, Brian, and Jeremiah and Dez. But experienced backcourts go a long way in this conference. Having good guards is the most important thing, but having good sophomore guards is about as good as it can get for a team in this league. And they do with the trio of Caleb Smith, the Pratt transfer, as well as Emmanuel Mannion and Boston Harker, 3 guys that have been in this league, 3 guys that can score the basketball, that know that system, and they're a tough challenge to guard on the perimeter. They really are. And then they got Antonio Scholl, transfer from Rutgers. Those 3 guards that you mentioned are all experienced guys. A couple of them were at different junior colleges last year, but we're in the league. And then you throw in Chol with them, and Chol's one of the most talented players in our conference. And when I saw him in person out at Garden City, I was like, yeah, that's a Big Ten body. He's all of 6'9", maybe 6'10", long, good body. He's a handful. And you mentioned, of course, Chol being one of the best players in this league in terms of he can score from all 3 levels. He's an athletic guy. He's quick. And we talked about this, this illness that's been going through the locker room. Obviously, in a normal setting, you'd have guys like Daniel. You'd have guys like Trent on him. Is the current situation with the roster changing the approach to trying to contain Chol? We're going to have to – we've got – plans in place. If Daniel can't go, Relia will have to be good. Rashid possibly playing some 4 spot with Charles maybe on the floor with Rashid, which we haven't done, but maybe very little early in the year. Yeah, just because of the circumstances, we may have to do that. There's times where we may have 4 guards on the floor and just one of the bigs. So just going to have to see how things play out.
No doubt. Coach, something that I'm starting to kind of learn that I go into every single matchup and talk about the potential advantage that your team has down at the post. And I'm starting to learn that it might just be because your team has some of the best posts in the league. But, again, Garden City has great guards. We talked about that. We talked about the wing and Chol. He can kind of play anywhere from the 2 to the 4. But they do have a little bit less experience down low. They have size. They have skill. But another matchup where it feels like guys like Charles, guys like Rashid, guys like Relia can maybe swing that advantage to your side.
Yeah, and we did that in the second half out there. Rashid got things going in the second half. I think maybe he had the first 9 points of the second half when we played out there. Then Daniel got going. Charles had some really good looks. He missed some shots. But, yeah, I think we can get some stuff on the inside, and that's always an emphasis for us to play inside out. I mean, we do have good guards, but I just think it's very important that you get the inside game going also.
And, Coach, last thing I have for you, appreciate your time. A little bit away from this particular matchup, but Hall of Fame induction weekend here at CCC for the newest class, and one of those inductees is your very first team, 95-96, the first squad in the Jay Herkelman era. Were picked to finish last in the conference and ended up winning 25 games that season. 26, sorry, and region runner-ups, but I know you're excited to see those guys back in town and celebrate with them in what is now officially your 1,000th game.
Yeah, it's great to have those guys back and to have the whole team back. I mean, that's unbelievable that all of them were so excited to be getting inducted. They were definitely worthy of getting this because the program was really down when I took it over, and that was the first team, and it wasn't like it took 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years to get it going. We did it in the first year with that team, and they set the tone for what was to come in my tenure here at Coffeyville. And we obviously, you talk about good guards. Our guards on that team, Halim Abdullah, he went to Illinois. Shadrick Jenkins, he went to South Florida. And Donnell Mitchell went to Iona. So there's a reason we had a lot of success with that team. And I guess I was pretty smart at that time. I realized, hey, if you got good guards, you might win some games. So I kept having good guards over the years.
No doubt.
Those guys are having a great weekend. They're enjoying seeing each other. And it's just it's great to have those guys back.
No doubt. And when you said it, I mean, it's so rare, I feel like, for a coach in any level of basketball to walk in and in year one take a team that struggled for a few years to a season where they're competing for a championship in the region championship game. And so I know that obviously a team with a lot of memories on and off the court, but a team that, like you said, worthy of this induction just because it's so rare to have a team in a new era of Red Raven basketball, new era of any program's basketball, just go out there, win 26 games, and end up in a region championship game.
Yeah, I mean, to win the conference after being picked last, and then to get to the point where you're in the championship game to go to the national tournament, and it's not like now where you get at-large bids, because if it was, that team would have been in the national tournament because we won the conference. We won 26 games. You had to win the region championship to get in, and we had a heck of a game with Butler in the championship, who we split with during the year, and then played them the third time, and they got us, and they went on to finish third in the nation. So obviously they were very good also. But just those guys coming in and just being very coachable and believing in a first-year coach who'd never been a head coach and buying into things that I thought were important and just enjoying the ride.
Going to be a fun weekend here at Nellis. Ravens take on Garden City in their return to the home crowd. Good. Coach Herkelman, good enough to join us here before tip-off. Appreciate it, Coach. Best of luck today.
Thank you.
Do you want to keep more of your money or pay more for your next vehicle? If you want to keep more of your money, shop Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville. Shop from a 2009 Cadillac Escalade Crew Cab all-wheel drive, just $12,900, or a 2013 Chevy Impala, only $53.95.
Pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road, perkysusedcars.com.
Peace of mind.
Basketball on US 98. Red.
The head coach for Garden City is Greg Franklin. And now here's the starting lineup for our 22nd ranked Coffeyville Red Ravens. A 5'7" guard from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Number 5, Hallie Kitchen. A 5'7" guard.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Nellis Hall here on the campus of Coffeyville Community College. I'm Shane Chris Freund alongside with me. We're excited for this one. Red Ravens, Garden City Broncbusters here this afternoon. Let's get you starting lineups for both teams here today. Starting for Garden City, a 6'2" forward out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 3, Ana Ramos Pires. A 5'8" freshman out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 9, Bruna Costa da Silva. A 5'9" sophomore out of Nassau in the Bahamas, number 11, Antonícia Moultrie. A 6'3" sophomore out of Libreville, Gabon, number 12, Rose Wemba. And a 5'8" freshman out of Kiahu, Hawaii, number 14, Jolie Mance. One more time for Garden City, it's number 3, Ramos Pires. Number 9, Costa da Silva, number 11, Moultrie, number 12, Wemba, and number 14, Mance. For the Red Ravens today, 5'7" freshman, number 5, Hallie Kitchen. 5'7" freshman, number 12, Carly Parker. 5'10" sophomore, number 15, Karis Washington. 6' freshman, number 21, Aubrey Highshaw. And a 5'10" sophomore, number 24, Narika Welch. Garden City in the brown jerseys with the gold trim. Red Ravens in the white with the red trim. Coffeyville goes for 9 in a row today. Trying to keep pace with Hutch and Dodge at the top of this conference. Chris, are you ready to roll?
I am ready to roll.
Here we go. And it will be Garden City off the tip. Ramos Pires hands it off. This is Costa da Silva. And now Mance. They work it around to Moultrie. 9:45 to go, first quarter. No score, just underway here between two talented teams fighting for playoff positioning in the Jayhawk. Costa da Silva, 10 to shoot for Garden. Pass down low. And Ramos Pires had it poked. It ends up with Costa da Silva, who missed the shot. Rebound loose. And still loose on the ground, and a battle for it. Highshaw comes away with it and draws the foul. So Aubrey Highshaw drawing contact. That'll be on Ramos Pires.
First team foul of the quarter.
Good job by Highshaw to get the not only the rebound but the
I don't know what happened
foul.
there. Timeout. Very early timeout there by Greg Franklin. Let's just stay here. I don't know what that was about.
I think there's a discussion about that foul. Or maybe something was said. I'm not sure.
I don't know, yeah.
Either way.
Raven basketball, 9:19 to go, opening quarter. Karras trying to get to the baseline. Karras looking for a pass. That's a dangerous one. Highshaw pulls it down all the way inside. Aubrey is fouled, and that's 2 early fouls on Ramos Pires.
That's going to make a difference later in this game, Shay. 2 fouls already. Goodness.
And we saw early, Chris, Haley Jackson on Thursday picked up 2 fouls for Hutch. Now a key forward for Garden City has 2. Ravens doing a nice job of getting opposing stars in early foul trouble.
Absolutely. And
wow. Greg Franklin has been teed up less than a minute into this game.
A technical foul has been assessed to Garden City.
that might have been what the stoppage and play was earlier, just with the discussion.
So how about the 2 games in a row here at Nellis where the opposing coach has been teed up? Karras Washington will be at the free throw line for the technical free throws before Aubrey Highshaw goes to the line for the actual free throws. First one is good. Karras on the season, a very rock-solid free throw shooter, 73%. And goes 1 out of 2. I shouldn't have said it. It's my fault.
All right, everyone, send your emails to No, I'm joking.
Danny Scott.
That's right. KGTFradio.com.
That's right. Appreciate you joining us here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network, as well as our friends at 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. Happy you're with us here today.
Absolutely. Welcome aboard.
We expect a fun doubleheader here today. I don't know. This has been a weird 45 seconds.
It really has. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Just to be honest.
And maybe I haven't seen everything that's happened so far. Chris. I haven't really seen Greg Franklin do anything that's warranted being teed up 45 seconds into the game.
Unless it was something he said, but you're right. I didn't see anything, that's for sure.
I think when John Anchez got teed up on Thursday, it was obvious. I haven't seen anything obvious here.
So here we go.
Greg Franklin joking that he's going to spot them 3 points. That's funny. Highshaw's first free throw is good. 2-0 Ravens. Look at that. He's trying to make peace. Coach Turner, Coach Franklin, good friends. There you go. 3-0 Ravens. 1 free throw for Washington, 2 for Highshaw. 3-0 Coffeyville, and it will be Raven basketball. So for the second straight game, the Ravens get 3 points at the free throw line after technical foul. They'll take that.
I'm sure they will.
Early 3-point lead for the home side. Hallie Kitchen finding Carly Parker down low to Highshaw. Highshaw attacking. Ramos Pires out there with 2 fouls. Parker a 3 is off. Rebound pulled down by Highshaw. Shot clock never reset. Hallie Kitchen works her way to the corner, sets the feet, and missed it. A little bit short. Washington trying to run it down, and Wemba keeps it alive for Garden City. Nice play.
Yeah, that was a nice save. Out of bounds.
3-0 Red Ravens. Bronkbusters looking to eliminate the early technical foul. Trailing by 3 on the road. And Costa da Silva down low. They get it to Ramos Pires, who's playing with 2 fouls. And going up strong there and getting it and 1. That's Wemba. And an early foul against Karras Washington. And now, just like that, Garden City can tie it at the free throw line. That's what you expect in this game, Chris. When these 2 teams go head-to-head, it's going to be physical. And it's going to be back and forth for most of the day. Wemba's free throw here, trying to tie the game, and can't get it to go. Rebound, Karras. Wemba is a 53% free throw shooter.
I'm glad to see the stat coming up at halftime. How many lead changes, how many ties? I'm sure there is going to be a lot, Shay.
Narika Welch finding Carly Parker. Back to Narika. Narika sets the feet for 3. Got it! Nothing but net, Narika Welch. And that's going to be Raven ball. I believe Garden City crossed the baseline there on the inbound. What a strange 2 minutes. So it's Raven basketball leading 6-2. Inbounds goes to Karras Washington. Karras had it poked from behind, taken away. Wemba coming the other way, slows it down. And Costa da Silva looking for a pass. Guarded by Kitchen, gets it down low to Ramos Pires. Ramos Pires spinning, going up and can't hit. Rebound battled for, and it's Raven basketball.
was a nice move by Ramos Peters. Really was a
Greg
great move.
Franklin, this is about as animated as I've seen a coach 2 minutes into a game ever. This is pretty wild. And there's another one.
Is he gone?
Did he just get ejected? Another technical foul has been called against Garden City. The second in 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
He has, Shay. Looks like he had.
Wow. I don't care if you're listening on US 98, on RRSN, or on 99.9 The Rock. This is strange.
It is. It's very strange, folks.
This is.
It's very odd when both Shay and I are speechless.
Every single game in the Jayhawk brings something different. I have never seen this. And now the only question is, has Greg Franklin been thrown out of this game less than 2.5 minutes before it started?
He has, Shay. He's gathering his things.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I believe that's the fourth technical.
And now we're getting to the point, Chris, that the Jayhawk League office might have something to say about this.
It's very possible. There he goes again. Goodness.
Wow. The Ravens are going to get off to a great start this afternoon, mainly aided by Garden City.
And I'm trying to count the technicals assessed during the time.
I think you're right. I think we're up to 4.
I think we're up to 4 now.
And there he goes. 2 minutes and 17 seconds into this game. Garden City's head coach has been thrown out. Karis Washington will step back to the free throw line. I have never seen that before. It's a long drive out here from Garden City just to coach for 2 minutes.
It is. Goodness.
So the Ravens are going to have a chance to build up a large lead here with some technical free throws here. Karis Washington at the free throw line. First one on its way and good. 7-2 Coffeyville, and Ravens will take all the free points they can get.
I'm sure they will, absolutely.
Second one for Washington is good. That'll make it 8-2, and Karis will get more.
Wow. Is that 4 total or 4 more?
First one is good. 9-2. And got the bounce on that one. Karis Washington's going to end up in double figures here about 3 minutes into the game.
And all from free throws.
And sure enough, Karis has 2 more. First one is good. 11-2 Ravens. 1 more here for Karis. And 6 out of 6. 12-2 Coffeyville. Wow.
Wow.
We will see number 21 for Garden City check into the game. That's A.J. Lual. So now not only are you already down 10, Chris, you're also working without your head coach. And the Ravens have the basketball with a chance to add on to this early 12-2 lead.
And one of your best players has 2 fouls, right?
Absolutely. Carly Parker in pressure. Carly hands it off Narika. Narika finding Hallie Kitchen. 10 to shoot here for Coffeyville. Hallie in the corner, 5 to shoot. Hallie got to get something going. And they will go to Highshaw, who gets inside, blocked from behind. And it's Garden City basketball. It was a good move by Highshaw, but nice recovery there for Garden.
Absolutely.
If you just now joined us, you've missed a lot. 4 technical fouls against Garden City in the first 3 minutes of this game. It's 12-2 Coffeyville. The Ravens have yet to hit a field goal, Chris.
That's amazing.
I apologize. Narika Welch hit a 3.
That is true. That is true.
Under 7 to go. It's Garden City ball, 7 to shoot.
Nice defense by Coffeyville.
Costa da Silva splits a double team, missed the shot. Offensive rebound, puts it up, puts it in. That's Lual. and it's 12-4.
She's already made a difference offensively and defensively for this Garden team.
Welch, that'll be an offensive foul, I believe. Pardon me, they're going to call that a block against Wemba. I thought they got Narika for extending the arm there. But the foul will be called against Garden City. And inbounds here, 6:42 to go in this first quarter. Inbounds goes to Narika. Narika finding Carly. Great look for three. Carly Parker, nothing but net. Ravens have 9 free throws and 2 threes, 15-4. Wemba working right, handoff to Moultrie. Moultrie, pass to the corner. And a three here for Manses. Off rebound, Narika Welch. Narika finding Carly. 4 minutes into this one, we have seen just about everything. Pass goes back to Parker. Hallie Kitchen, now Narika Welch. 12 to shoot. Narika guarded well by Moultrie. Welch finds Washington. Washington steps into a jump shot. Got it! Already 9 for Karis Washington. And it's 17-4 Red Ravens.
Nice shot by Washington just in front of the right elbow.
5:34 to go, opening quarter. Coffeyville 17, Garden City 4. What a start for the second straight night for the Red Ravens here at home. Moultrie throws it up, missed the shot. Rebound, Karis.
It was a nice move by Moultrie, just couldn't get it to go.
Up ahead, trying to get it to Kitchen and can't run it down. And there's a foul down low against Highshaw, I believe. KK Willis will check into the game for Hallie Kitchen. Tony Turner. Chris, I've talked about this before, but what I love about Coach Turner, his team's won 8 in a row, coming off their biggest win of the year, and he coaches this team like he thinks they can win this whole dang thing.
Oh, absolutely he
Not
does.
a single playoff.
Nope.
Willis into the game for the Red Ravens. This is Costa da Silva throwing up a wild shot, got the bounce. 17-6 halfway through the opening quarter. Carly Parker. Willis, great look for three. KK short. Rebound, Highshaw had it for a moment, able to run it down. Aubrey looking for a pass and throws it away. And this will be an over and back against the Red Ravens. Media timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 17-6 and a wild start here at Nellis Hall. Ravens up 11. We're back in 60 seconds here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. .445 to go, opening quarter. Red Ravens 17-6 over Garden City. I'm Shane Hill, Chris Foyne alongside with me here from Nellis Hall. 4 technical fouls against the Garden City Bronxbusters have led to free throws for the Ravens that opened up an early double-digit lead. They've been able to hang on to it over the last 3 minutes. Deep three, Costa da Silva off the left side of the rim. Rebound, Willis. KK pulls down the rebound. Here come the Ravens. Carly Parker hands it off to KK. KK nearly carried that basketball. Hands it off to Welch. Now Carly. Carly's got a 3 here in this opening quarter. Alexis Parker out there as well. Nice pass down low. Alexis goes up. Got it! Tough finish, Alexis Parker.
Nice pass from Welch to get Parker that shot.
And Chris, Alexis Parker getting better and better each and every game. really becoming an elite weapon for this team.
No doubt about it.
Wemba down low, guarded by Washington. Karras got to be careful not to pick up her second. Costa da Silva, 19-6 Coffeyville, 8 to shoot for Garden. Costa da Silva, guarded by Karras, wants to attack, getting right. Nice ball fake, goes up and missed the shot. Offensive rebound, had it for a moment. Willis tried to take it away, and a battle for it. And did KK get the timeout off? She did not, but it's a jump ball and it's Red Raven basketball. KK Willis, one of the best in the Jayhawk at getting those steals, Chris.
Incredible steal.
3.5 to go, opening quarter. It's 19-6 Coffeyville here at home. Lady Ravens going for their 19th win of the year today. KK, the drive, floater, and can't quite get it. Rebound pulled down by Garden City. Not a bad look there, though, for Willis.
Almost had a little baby hook.
Mance getting around Carly Parker, handing it off, and Wemba will try to attack, dribbled it off her foot. It's loose again. This will be another jump ball. This time it'll stay with Garden with 3:10 to go in the opening quarter.
Welch did a good job at getting the defense.
Oh, and again, Chris, it's just active hands by the Red Ravens. We've seen it all year. This team is so good at getting a fingertip on those passes. One of the best defenses in the Jayhawk, no question about it. Inbounds goes to Moultrie. They work it to Costa da Silva. 10 to shoot here for Garden. Down 13 early on the road. Mance. Got to move it around. Moultrie, 3 to shoot. Got to get a shot. Mance, that's their best three-point shooter, but you can't hit. Rebound Willis. 2:47 to go, first quarter. Rebound Ravens, and they have a 19-6 lead. Karras attacking the freshman, and now runs into a triple team. Parker's jump shot is good. 4 off the bench for Alexis Parker, and a 15-point lead for Coffeyville.
Good job to draw the triple team and find the open player in Parker.
Well, and Karras is going to draw double and triple teams. Great job to pass out of.
Absolutely.
2:20 to go, opening quarter. Luwall hands it off. And that one poked by Welch. The Red Ravens, and Welch couldn't quite control it off her leg. But the Red Ravens really playing well once again early in a game. They had a 22-9 lead on Hutch after 2 nights ago. Lead this one 21-6 here late first quarter. Chris, this team's so good on the defensive end. If they can get off to consistent good starts, they are going to be so hard to beat.
Absolutely. Yeah, we saw that defense on display against Hutch and now here again today.
Down low, Luwall going up, missed the shot. Parker with good defense. Here come the Ravens again, under 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. KK spinning off of Mance, finding Washington. Karras inside, kick to the corner. Hallie Kitchen, extra pass. And now Willis the drive, blocked. And a foul called late, and KK will go to the free throw line. Garden City's bench not happy with that call. They got to be careful. I mean, they're on thin ice here today.
They really are.
Aspen Clarkson, Aubrey Highshaw check in. We'll see number 5, Hadiah Kennerly, check in for, that's Hadiah Kennedy checking in for Garden City. First free throw for Willis, in and out. KK is a 60% free throw shooter on the season, averaging just under 4 points a game. Hit 2 big threes on the game on Thursday night. She goes 1 out of 2 at the line here. It's a 16-point lead for the Lady Ravens with 1:40 to go in the opening quarter. Kitchen. Kennerly down low. Luwall going down on Parker and can't hit the shot. Rebound deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Garden as Highshaw couldn't quite corral it.
Tell you what, Shay, I'm really liking this the play of Luwall. Becoming a pretty big presence down low.
I agree. I mean, there's players that have size, Chris, and there's players that know how to use that size. And she clearly knows how to use that size.
Definitely.
And they will inbound it here to Luwall at the free throw line. She takes the jump shot and in and out. Rebound pulled down by Aspen Clarkson.
She almost got her own rebound, though. Good coverage to try to get the rebound.
KK Willis brings it up. Ravens have a 22-6 lead, trying to finish off what has been an excellent first quarter that's been partially aided by Garden City. Hallie Kitchen Kitchen. Hand it off to Clarkson. 8 to shoot. Parker. Willis. Willis got to go baseline. Spinning off of Kennerly. Finding Highshaw. And in and out. Clarkson had it for a moment. Couldn't quite squeeze it. Under a minute to go. Opening quarter. Ravens lead it by 16. That shot inside is good. And that's Mance knocking it down. Up ahead to Highshaw. Ravens out ahead of the pack. And Aubrey lays it in. Timeout Garden City. We'll take a quick one as well. 24-8 Ravens. We're back in 30 seconds here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. Lead it 41 seconds to go in this opening quarter. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. Lady Ravens off to a great start at home once again, going for win number 19 on the season and trying to cap off what has been a really, really good month. That one out of bounds off of Kitchen. Chris, the Ravens have lost just one game in 2025, and it was their first game against Butler. Since then, 8 in a row, and off to a great start here today, looking for win number 9.
One loss in 2025. I think they'll take that.
No question about it. Only 2 losses in 2024. That shot is off. Rebound pulled down by Highshaw. Ravens have about 20 seconds here to work with. Aubrey pushing ahead of the pack. That pass. Nice catch down there by one of the Red Raven men's players. Is that Daniel Tomboy?
I think that's Tomboy.
Nice catch, Daniel.
Nice catch, definitely.
So 15 seconds left here, opening quarter. Ravens with a 16-point lead. Trying to get one more defensive stop. Costa da Silva. 7 seconds left first quarter. And a pick and roll. It's Kennerly down low, cut off. Pass out. Costa da Silva got to throw it up. Is she going to get a shot off? She is not. And the quarter is over. Not a good start if you're Garden City. Great start if you're Coffeyville. 24-8. After 1. Second quarter coming up next. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be right back here in 60 seconds on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock.
Community College.
Roman Chevrolet.
24-8 Lady Ravens as we start the second quarter here from Nellis. Chris Freund, Shane Neal alongside. And an interesting first 3 minutes for Garden leads to technical free throws. Karis Washington almost had double-digit points by the time we reached 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, Shay. And I tell you what, like you said, I've never seen a game start like that, and it's just only progressed from there.
Hey, man, in this league, you take them how you can get them. And the Lady Ravens, they don't care how they do it. They just want to win at home here today.
No doubt. Welch hands off to Kitchen. So working around to Parker. Parker to Parker. Excuse me, that was Aubrey Highshaw with the 12-foot jump shot up and good. 26-8. So we get the second quarter started.
Aubrey's really found a second gear these last couple weeks. She's really been good the last, 3 weeks or so of the season. Seeming like she's really kind of found that star role.
Absolutely. De Silva looking for help. She's got it in Reisner. Highshaw with the foul going up against Moultrie. That'll be
Aubrey's second.
Her second foul.
Let's see Aspen Clarkson check back in for Highshaw. And that's going to be key, Chris. Obviously not just today, but the rest of the season. Aubrey Karras, Alexis, so important to this team. You got to stay out of foul trouble in these big-time games.
Absolutely.
Might not hurt you today, but there's going to be games where that will hurt you.
No doubt. Inbound to Moultrie. Goes to the middle, now to the right wing, trying to get it inside to Luell. Now back out. Over to the left wing and Reisner. Into the paint, now back out. Driving baseline is Wimba. And a three is up and no good.
Carly might have gotten a piece of that. That'll stay with Garden. 1 on the shot clock. I maybe I'm hearing things, Chris. I heard a smack. I think Carly got a piece of that shot. I think Reisner wanted a foul.
The way it went toward the basket, it wouldn't surprise me. Now they just got to get basically a tip to get in.
And they got it off.
I don't know how they got it off, but they did. But rebound. Parker up to Clarkson, now back around. Welch back from the three-point line this time to Carly. And inside, try to get it into Washington. Ball goes out of bounds, but she was fouled.
That was on Wemba. Second foul on the Garden wing. That was a really nicely designed pick and roll there. Karras had the space. And
Kitchen looking to inbound to Carly. Loses it, but she'll get it back. That's some hard defense. Is able to dribble. Looking to drive over. Welch, three. Good.
Can't give her that much space.
No, she had a lot of space.
Narika's been a good three-point shooter all year, Chris, but the last month or so, she's really taken it up a notch.
No doubt. So De Silva works it around. Wimba looking for help. Hands it off to Moultrie. Now back out, they'll reset to Silva. On the logo. 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles to the left wing. Little give and go with Reisner. Three is up and no good. But a long rebound to De Silva. She'll take the three. And no good.
This is really good defense by Coffeyville, Chris. As you can tell in these first 12 minutes, Garden City, they're getting shots, but none of these shots are comfortable shots. Something Tony Turner always talks about is make the other team uncomfortable. Garden City's been uncomfortable since the opening tip-off.
No doubt. Welch double-teamed, and she's going to be fouled. And that foul is on De Silva. Her first, second team foul. So Washington will inbound to Kitchen. Hallie. Over to Carly. They're working around. Welch driving. Up and under. Wide open. Aspen three. Good. Aspen Clarkson with the three from the right side. And it's 32-8 Coffeyville.
And Chris, they got some help with the free throws from the technical fouls, but the Ravens really shooting the ball well so far here today as well.
They are definitely from three-point range. De Silva. Over to Reisner, and then back into Luau. Into the paint, passes it out. Now over to the corner, and a whistle.
I think that's going to be the second on Karras. It is. So, Karras and Highshaw each with 2, Chris, which is not what you want with 7 minutes to go in the first half. The good news is you're up 24.
Right.
But again, it might not bite you today, but in games down the road, especially in the postseason, you can't have Karras and Highshaw both with 2 fouls 13 minutes into the game.
That is true. Inbound goes out to Wimba, top of the key, looking to drive, goes up against Candace. Now heads it off to Reisner. Moultrie.
And Moultrie just slipped there. It's been that kind of half for Garden.
It really has.
Moultrie's a great player, too.
Yes, she is. Welch brings it up over to Kitchens in the corner. Back out to Carly. Now to Welch. Welch for 3. Bounce around, no good.
It's halfway home.
It really was.
Narika's had a great week.
No doubt about it. De Silva, she's going to set the offense from deep left wing. Gets a screen. Actually, Candace Parker doing a good job at blocking the screen. Now back out for 3, Reisner. No good. But a long rebound, Wimba. And back out to De Silva for three.
Finally get one to go there. Chris,
there was nobody within 5 feet of her.
I'm not gonna do this more than just once, but I think it's kind of a compliment to Carly calling her Candace Parker, but as Clarkson goes, I think it's a compliment. Candace Parker is one of the greatest female basketball players ever.
You're absolutely right. It's like me calling a gentleman Scotty when his name was what? Earlier? Danny. That's
right.
De Silva hands it off to Moultrie. Now back out to Wimba. And a foul. There's a hold.
It'll be on Aspen. Don't love it. I don't think there was a ton of contact there. Actually, they're going to call it on Kitchen. I'm sorry. I don't love that call. I don't feel like there was a ton of contact there, but these officials have shown that they're gonna call fouls if you push or hold on that entry pass. At least they're being consistent with it.
That is true. And that's really the only thing you can ask for is consistency. So Garden will inbound. Kennerly out.
Nice catch.
Pearies. Absolutely. De Silva over to the left side. Kennerly now to the top. Working around the three-point line. De Silva right side. In the paint. Pearies now back out, and it's stolen by KK.
Who else? Active hands, KK Willis.
Parker to Kitchen. Hands it off to Parker. Stolen. And now finally controlled by Kennerly of Garden. De Silva looking to drive. Goes up against both Parkers, really.
That shot wasn't good, Chris, but De Silva's really got some elite quickness with the basketball.
She really does. Has a great, Carly here. Change and the foul. Count it.
Look at Carly Parker, man.
Talk about another gear, Shay.
I'll tell you what. Carly Parker's been pretty dang good from the opening tip-off of the opening night. But she is about as good as it gets around the rim.
Absolutely. Media timeout. 5 minutes to go, first half. Coffeyville leads 36-11. Back in 1 minute on US 98, Red Raven Sports Network at 99.9 The Rock.
Got to get your reps at some point.
I do. 5 minutes to go, first half. Coffeyville with a 25-point lead, 36-11. And going to the line will be Carly Parker. We got it right this time. Free throw up, and
I think everybody forgot it was
just one. That could be the easiest rebound De Silva ever gets. She brings it up. Being guarded by Carly.
Again, just showing that quickness with the basketball.
Absolutely.
One move and she's by you.
And a fight for the rebound, and it's going to be Garden ball.
That's another one, Chris, that I'm not sure if I love the call. I feel like there has to be some, as Yuli's about to check into the game. If you're just now joining us, the only player still out with illness for the Red Ravens today is Camden Etchison. Everybody else is back, with the exception of Camry Johnson, who, of course, is still out with that finger injury. But, Chris, I think there's got to be a kind of a fine line when two players are going for the basketball. I don't think there can be a foul called there unless it's very egregious.
Right.
And I feel like that was two players going for the basketball.
No doubt. Inbound goes to Pearies. And a three is up and no good. Rebound, Candace Parker.
Garden's really...
That would be Alexis Parker. I did it again.
Garden's really struggled from beyond the arc in this first half.
Alexis. Hands off to Kitchen.
If it makes you feel better, I'm sure Tony Turner would take Candace Parker on his team.
I think anybody would, really. KK out to Welch with 10 on the shot clock. Trying to get a screen. Inside, trying to get a give and go, and it's a turnover back to Garden. They don't have the numbers, so a good decision by Reisner to back around. Working it around the three-point line. And I just noticed there's two Reisners.
Oh, they're twins, Chris.
Jordis and Ella. We'll be sure to differentiate that. In the meantime, at spin, a turnaround from Pires is up and good. That was a nice little 6-foot jump shot.
Did they just warn the band there? Is that what just happened? Ramos Pires is a good player. She's got good footwork. A very similar player to Alexis Parker. Doesn't score a ton, but when she gets the ball down low, she's very crafty.
Willis. Welch, who got hit, but leads to an open three by Kitchens. It's up, no good.
Kitchens had a little bit of a slow week from beyond the arc, but one of the Ravens' best three-point shooters when she's on.
And that three-pointer is up and no good. I think that was Mance, I think. But it's out of bounds. Coffeyville ball.
It hasn't been a perfect half for the Ravens, Chris, but if you were to tell everybody in this building that they'd be up 23 on Garden City in the first half, I think they'd take it no matter how it came.
Absolutely. Even though it really came in the strangest way possible.
About as weird as it could.
Yeah. Inbound to Willis, up to Kitchen. She'll cross the timeline. Looking. Hands it off to Clarkson. Now up to KK, and it's blocked. Here comes Garden to Silva. Slows it up with the logo. Over to the right side to Mance. And then inside, Pires. Nice shot, Pires.
Back-to-back scores down low for Ramos Pires again. She gets the ball down in the post, and she can make some moves on you. No question about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Kitchen looking to drive, puts up the shot high off the window and good. 38-15. Coffeyville, 2:45 to go first half. De Silva. The top of the key. Gets it over to the left side or the right side, and Mance. Now back around. And a three up and in and out by Ella Reisner. Here comes Willis. Coffeyville moving left to right. Yulee with the jump shot up and no good. Nobody there to rebound except Garden. Ramos Pires hands it off to Silva. Try to get it inside, and there is they're going to call a hook on Moultrie. They're going to say she hooked her defender.
It's been a very frustrating first half for Moultrie. And, of course, Teresa not out there today for Garden, Chris, so two best players for the Broncbusters, and one not available, and one's just really had a tough first half. And that's allowed the Ravens to really jump out and seize control of this one early.
Absolutely. Carly spills, takes a tumble, but hands it off to Clarkson.
Carly slow getting up. Not
yes,
what you want to see.
No, not at all. Trying to get in inside to Yulee and to travel.
And Carly's
hobbling
certainly laboring.
She's wanting to stay out there. But yeah, she took a pretty good spill, Shay. De Silva.
That's going to be a solid court burn there.
Yeah, no doubt. De Silva trying to get a screen up against Yulee. Around the back, nice move to the free throw line, then back out. A drive and the shot up, and there's a foul. Mance with the drive down the middle of the lane. She puts it up, she'll go to the line.
First foul on Aspen. It'll be two free throws here for the freshman. Mance, she's a 79% free throw shooter. Reisner back in for De Silva.
130.
See Ava Baker come in for the Red Ravens.
134 to go first half. Baker checks in for Yulee. And Vance will go to the line, shooting two. First one in and out. 38-15. Coffeyville with the lead. 134 to go first half. Second one. Bounces off. Rebound by Clarkson. And she's facing a double team. She's able to get it out to Carly, who's able to push it up to Willis. Over to the corner. Baker. Now back around. Moving around the Welch. Driving from the right elbow. No good. Rebound Moultrie. Hands it off to Mance. Fakes the handoff, now around, and it's going to be off the knee of Welch, out of bounds. "66 seconds to go first half. Ella. Moultrie back to Ella. Dribbles around the three-point line, hands it off to Mance. Mance looking to dance, she does, gets open, puts up about an 8-footer, up no good, but fighting for the rebound. And it's tipped. Welch with the tip and the steal up ahead. And it's up and good by Carly Parker. 40-15.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Elite defense from Derica Welch.
Exactly, which led to that fast break. Mance, and there's a foul.
Call that on Ava Baker. We'll call that on Carly Parker.
That's her first foul, but team 5th, so it is going to be free throws, the last 36 seconds anyway, from Mance. In and out.
Man, it's just been a brutal first half for Garden City. They're going to have to play one heck of a 20 minutes to have any chance here this afternoon.
Second free throw is good. 40-16. Carly will bring it up.
And a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Drives to the right wing, now to the corner. Welch. Hands it off to Carly. Around. Now to Clarkson. Inside to KK. And a wide open Welch for three. Good! Derica Welch for the three. Last second effort here is up and off the top of the backboard. No good at the half. Coffeyville leads 43-16.
Great first half there by the Red Ravens, and looking like they're on their way to their 19th win of the year, but still 20 minutes to go. Red Raven halftime show coming up right after this, brought to you by our friends at Solutions North Bank. Let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, our Red Raven halftime show here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock. We're back in 2 minutes here on this Saturday afternoon at Nellis. Halftime here at Nellis Hall. Red Ravens leading at 43-16 over the Garden City Broncbusters. I'm Shane Eel. Chris Freund will rejoin us here in just a moment as we get you first half stats and scores around the Jayhawk here on this Saturday afternoon. We've had a fun one so far. Started off kind of odd with a 4 technical fouls called in the first 3 minutes of this game. It gave the Ravens an early 12-2 lead. The Ravens have been able to hang on to a double-digit lead for most of the frame, and that's what's led to this big-time halftime lead. Ana Ramos Pires picked up 2 early fouls. Antonesia Moultries really struggled from the floor in this first half, and the Lady Ravens have taken full advantage of it. We'll get you those first half stats here in just a moment. We do have some other games going on around the Jayhawk today as well. Starting on the women's side of the conference, Cali gets the win over Colby, 54-46, the final in that one. Also going on today, Dodge City on top of Seward County, 14-13 in that one. Cloud County on top of Independence, 33-22. And you also have Barton beating Pratt, 31-22 at the half. All those matchups will be the same on the men's side today, so should have some fun matchups. I will say on the men's side today, a little bit of interesting news. Garden City's here today. Cloud County and Independence. That men's game is canceled due to Independence not having enough players to play today. So no Cloud County Independence on the men's side. A little bit odd there, but we will still have plenty of games around the Jayhawk Conference. But let's get you first half stats here in this one. Ravens outscore Garden City 24-8 in that first quarter, 19-8 in that second quarter. Ravens shot 58% from the field, 50% from 3, and 77% at the free throw line. Garden City 23% from the floor, just 8% from 3, and 20% at the charity stripe. Chris, it's been about as good as it could be for the Red Ravens. As they got it stuck. Oh no, had to throw a shoe at it. Wow.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any more strange around here.
No doubt. Oh, my goodness. But this first half could be summed up, Chris, as just about as good as it could have gone for the Ravens, almost 60% from the floor, 50% from 3. About as bad as it could have gone for Garden City. 4 technical fouls. Their coach was ejected. They only shoot 23%. So do I think it's going to be that lopsided again in the second half? I don't. But Ravens will take a 27-point lead when it comes.
Absolutely, and it's got to be very strange if you're a Garden player to be watching what's going on, and all of a sudden you see your coach, your bench, get 4 technical fouls. You see your coach get ejected, and they kind of wonder, okay, what's the game plan going forward? I mean, if I were a player, which is a very big stretch, I know, but it would kind of throw me off my game. I don't know what it would do in the mind of a Garden City player. Leading
the way for Garden City in that first half, 5 points for Bruna Costa da Silva, 4 for Ana Ramos Pires, 3 for Jolie Mance, 2 for AJ Luau. Chris, Antonesia Moultrie, who's one of the leading scorers for this team. Of course, Dreesen not available today due to injury. And Moultrie only 0 of 2 in that first half, did not score, only had 3 rebounds and turned the ball over. So it's been not, Garden City expects that duo to really carry them in a lot of games. They have not had that today.
Yeah, and I'm sure, they're a little, it's a little different than what you might expect. I mean, because, it's consistency, and those 2 players are definitely consistent. So, you look for them to turn it around in the second half. You have to really think they're going to turn it around second half,
Leading the way for the Red Ravens today, 9 for Norika Welch, 9 for Karis Washington, 7 for Carly Parker, as well as 6 for Aubrey Highshaw, 5 for Aspen Clarkson, and 4 for Alexis Parker. Chris, anytime that quartet that we've talked about so many times, Washington, Carly, Aubrey, and Norika, they can combine for, let's do some quick math here, that's 15, as well as, 22 and 31. Those 4 combined for 31 in any half. I like our chances.
Absolutely. Me too, and I'm even more impressed that you were able to do math on the air.
Thank you. It might not be correct math, but it was math.
And their numbers put together.
Nonetheless, that's right. Ravens also win the rebound battle 20-17. They dish out 10 team assists in that first half. They have a lead in this one, 43-16. It's our Red Raven halftime show brought to you by our friends at Solutions North Bank. Let's take a quick 3-minute timeout. When we come back, We'll talk a little bit about Coach Herkelman's 1,000th game, a little bit about this Hall of Fame class being inducted today, and we'll also get you ready for second half action. We're back in 3 minutes here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. It's the Red Raven halftime show brought to you by our friends at Solutions North Bank. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. I almost said Chris first. I don't know how I would have mixed that up.
Yeah, that's
I've mixed a lot of things up. You're in a bad spot when you almost get your own name wrong.
That is true.
Yeah. There were some high school teachers out there that said they were surprised I spelled my name right on tests sometimes. So proving them wrong one day at a time. Look at that. We got a 43-16 Raven lead here at Nellis Hall. And we have had a fun one so far if you're a Raven fan. And shout out to all the people out listening here on 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. I don't know all the details, but I know their broadcaster couldn't be here today. Colby couldn't be here today because of an issue that came about. And, happy to step in, happy to help out when we can. Hope him and, his family and his close relationships are doing okay and taking care of what they need to take care of. But Colby, a great guy and great broadcaster, one of my favorite broadcasters in the conference. And if we can be 70, 80% as good as him, we'll be all right here today.
Yeah, I may win for 50 myself, but that's just me.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And we've had a good one here. We got second half coming up. Chris, I gotta have a quick conversation here, really quick. A little bit odd for live radio here, I know.
Right.
But let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. We got the second half coming up next here. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This has been our Solutions North Bank Red Raven halftime show. Back in 2 minutes on US 98 Red Raven Sports Network and 99.9 The Rock. Second half about to get ready to get underway. Shane Hill, Chris Freund with you here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and hello to our friends at 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. Appreciate Adam Kadavy and Colby Van Camp for trusting us with helping them out with the broadcast today.
Do they know what they're getting into?
I don't know. No, in this league, Chris, with all the travel and all the quick turnarounds, a lot of times people end up helping out people all the time.
Right.
When the Ravens went out to Garden earlier this year, Adam and Colby were able to help me out because I couldn't make the trip out there, so happy to repay the favor here this afternoon.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mance has it now, down low to Moultrie. Moultrie on the right corner. Back up top, this is Wemba. And Wemba hands it off to Da Silva. Working left, 10 to shoot here for Garden. They're down 27 as we start the second half, and Da Silva lost the basketball. Karis Washington takes it away. Karis up ahead to Carly. Carly to Hallie. Hallie is blocked from behind.
That was quite a block by Moultrie.
Kind of a strange fast break there for the Ravens, too.
Yeah, fast break got slowed down and turned into a block. Great defense by Garden.
Wemba has it on the right block and trying to get it down low. Welch deflects it, takes it away. Moultrie wanted a foul, didn't get it. Karis all the way, handoff Kitchen. And this time Garden City denies the fast break. Ravens will back it up. Welch, handoff Carly. Carly finding Hallie. It's a good look for three. Kitchen, not that time. Highshaw tried to pull down the rebound, could not. Both teams slow out of the break here in the third quarter. Da Silva down low. Wemba now to Ramos Pires. And they work it back to Da Silva. Wemba, Ramos Pires straight on three is off the left rim, no good. Rebound deflected to Carly Parker. Ravens have forced a missed shot and 2 turnovers here early third quarter, hanging on to their 43-16 lead. Largest lead of the game is this 27-point edge. Carly hands it off to Karis. Good quick ball movement here by the Lady Ravens. Narika sets the feet, sends the three, missed it. And we're almost 2 minutes into the third quarter, and no points yet for either side, which is a bigger problem for Garden than it is for Coffeyville.
Absolutely.
If you're Garden, you got to start scoring and scoring quickly. Wemba. And a foul called there against Narika Welch. They say she grabbed the jersey. Chris, they've been consistent with that all day. That's another one that I wasn't sure if there was enough contact there. But if you're throwing an entry pass and you grab the jersey, they're going to call you for it.
Absolutely.
They've proven that all day today.
They really have. So, I mean, consistently, like we've said, consistency is key.
If you're going to make questionable calls, be consistent with them.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ramos Pires spinning, going up, lays it in. That's the third or fourth time she's done that today.
It's a nice shot with the right hand.
Narika slows it down. Pressure comes, finding Karis. Washington to Parker. Parker sets the feet, sends the triple, no good. Highshaw able to deflect it to Karis. Karis in trouble, and it's turned over. Highshaw and Washington both end up on the floor. And now Garden City the other way. Da Silva finding Ramos Pires, and they'll slow it down. Da Silva sends the triple and missed it. Garden City continues to really struggle from beyond the arc today. Now just 1 of 13.
Goodness.
Karis, backdoor cut, Carly, pretty move, couldn't hit, got her own rebound and scores it. Carly Parker, what a cut, and able to finish the second chance shot.
It's one way to pad the rebounding stats. Get your own. It's kind of like the best of both worlds, Shay.
No doubt.
Points and rebounds.
Highshaw deflects that one. It stays with Garden City. And now Lual hands it off to Moultrie. Free throw line. This is Ramos Pires attacking Washington. Welch hits the deck that time. I don't know what's up with all the players falling today.
I'm not sure.
It will stay with Garden City. 7 on the shot clock.
Might have to ShamWow the court.
Inbounds goes to Reisner, sends a corner triple and missed it short. Rebound Lual, able to pull it down over Karis. And a foul is called. Ravens wanted to travel. They call a foul before the shuffling of the feet.
That's going to be against Highshaw. That's her third.
And we talk about it with Rashid Kuda on the men's team, Chris, but some of the most talented players on this Red Raven team, their biggest weakness is sometimes getting in their own way.
Absolutely. Yep.
6.5 to go, third quarter. Ravens 45, Garden City 18. De Silva, guarded by Highshaw. De Silva in a lot of trouble. Moultrie sends a triple, missed it. Luau trying to pull down another rebound. This one out of bounds, Raven basketball. She ended up 4 rows up.
That's amazing. What an athlete. So he was able to keep that last possession alive and almost kept this one alive too.
So slow start for the Red Ravens here in this third quarter, but you have a little bit more flexibility for slow starts when you're up 25 points.
True.
Carly, double team comes. Finding Hallie. Hallie to Karras. Karras trying to get to the baseline. Washington, a lot of contact. No foul call. Garden City with another stop. Inside of 6 minutes to go, third quarter. De Silva. Excuse me, that's Mance. Now De Silva having it. Mance on the right wing. Down low to Luau. That pass ends up with Ramos. Pires nearly lost it, kept it alive. Mance getting to the baseline. Highshaw and Kitchen team up there defensively. Luau guarded by Washington. They like that matchup. They go back to it. Shot no good. Rebound Highshaw. Carly Parker nearly lost it. This is a sloppy stretch here.
It's interesting. Both teams.
Hallie Kitchen has it for the Ravens. Now Narika Welch. Narika. Screen comes from Highshaw. Welch. Carly Parker on the right wing. 10 to shoot here for the Ravens. Carly, nice move. Throws one up. Can't get it. And a foul called against the Red Ravens. And that's going to be the 4th on Aubrey Highshaw. Pardon me, they switched that up to Carly Parker, her second.
In a way, that's a break for Coffeyville. No, not in a way. It is a break for Coffeyville.
And Tony Turner not happy about that foul call. Halfway through this third quarter, Ravens still up 27, but it's been a sloppy third quarter for both of these teams. Ravens trying to get a 3-second call. They're not going to get it. Ramos Pires, another strong take. Missed the shot. Raven basketball. That's been the best offense for Garden today is Ramos Pires down in the post.
Absolutely.
Media timeout. We'll take one with them. Ravens 45, Garden City 18. We're back in 60 seconds here from Nellis Hall on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. (45-18). Red Ravens lead it over Garden City. They have the basketball with 4:48 to go in this third quarter. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you on a Saturday afternoon at Nellis Hall. Carly Parker's pass intercepted. Tony Turner getting more and more frustrated with how his team's played in this third quarter. That three up and short. Luau pulls down an offensive rebound, trying to get a pass out to the perimeter. Mance. And Garden City will reset. This is De Silva, 9 to shoot. De Silva, step back, mid-range jump shot, well strong. Rebound, Hallie Kitchen. Chris, in a lot of ways, the Ravens fortunate. Garden City struggled just as much on the offensive end.
Yeah, that is true. Really, you have...
The Ravens have really given Garden an opportunity to chip away at this lead. Carly. Welch sets the corner, three, and in and out. Narika's been hitting that shot all week. That one spins out. De Silva hands it off. Mance. Mance guarded by Kitchen. Now Ramos Pires down low, intercepted Carly Parker. Carly, so much speed, out ahead of the pack, and lays it in. Ravens have scored just 4 points in this second half, all 4 by Carly Parker. Carly now has 11 for the Lady Ravens. Mance a 3 off the left rim, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Moultrie, and a foul against Welch. Willis in for the Ravens. Wemba back in for Garden. Inbounds goes to Luau. And now De Silva. Luau hands it off. Straight on 3 is good. That's Mance.
That was a nice pass by De Silva, almost a no look.
47-21 with under 3 to go in this third quarter. Parker, Washington now on the right wing. Washington wanting to attack, finding KK Willis. Now Carly Parker. Now Welch winds up for 3, and that one off the left rim, no good. Narika tries to run down a rebound, but it's taken by Garden. Just 4 points in this third quarter by the Lady Ravens after 43 in the first half. Moultrie down low, Luau. Luau back to Moultrie, extra pass. Straight on 3, good. Back-to-back triples for Garden City. Mance has the last 6, and it's 47-24. Washington all the way inside, goes up, foul. Karras will go to the free throw line. She is 7 of 8 at the stripe today. It's the third on Rose Wemba. Carly Parker subbed out. Hallie Kitchen back in. First free throw for Karras. Good. Karras now up to 10 points on the day. And 8 of those have come at the free throw line. Make it 11 points with 9 at the free throw line.
It's a good percentage, Shay.
2:09 to go, third quarter. Ravens 49, Garden 24. Luau. Wemba. Wemba back to Luau in the low post, throws one up and draws a foul. That's going to be on Narika. They called that one on Welch. I thought it was on Parker. First free throw up and no good. One more free throw here for Luau. On its way and good. Kennerly comes back in for Garden City. Washington inbounds it to Hallie Kitchen. Now back to Karras. Now up ahead to Willis. Willis, a lot of contact. No foul call. They're able to get it to Karras. And finally, a foul is called with 1:52 to go, third quarter. Clarkson will inbound it. Ravens still lead this one by 24. Inbounds goes to KK Willis. Willis to Clarkson. Aspen working left. Handoff Kitchen. Kitchen. Pressured by De Silva. Now Clarkson, 8 to shoot. Karras, got to make a move. Washington, Willis, got to put one up. 2 to shoot. Karras will send it deep 2, off the rim, no good. And the rebound loose, taken by Garden City and Moultrie. Kennerly down low. Luau goes inside, draws the foul. That'll be on Alexis Parker. Luau back at the free throw line. First one up and in and out. One more here for Luau. Able to put that one in. 49-26. Ravens will inbound it with now a minute 17 to go in this third quarter. Willis up ahead to Clarkson. Clarkson down low to Parker. Parker back to Aspen. Aspen with a wraparound pass. Ravens trying to attack. Washington and one. Karis Washington.
That's a huge possession, Shay.
Karis so good around the rim. After the foul on Luau, Washington can't hit that free throw, but 51-26 as we're about to go under a minute to go in this third quarter. Ravens up 25 here at home on a very tough Garden City team. Coffeyville really playing some good basketball right now. Pass gets to Mance, who's been their top scorer here in this third quarter. Mance down low, Luau. Luau finding Kennerly. Kennerly now on the right wing, finding Moultrie, sends the triple and missed it strong. Rebound Kitchen. About an 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Raven basketball. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Karis, screen comes from Parker. Karis looking for a pass, and we'll get it to Kitchen. Halley lost the basketball, able to get it to Willis. Willis trying to get it down low to Washington. Nice catch by Karis. Goes up and lays it in. Karis Washington.
Good job by KK getting that pass to where only Washington could get it.
Shot by De Silva to beat the buzzer. No good. We go to the fourth. Ravens 53. Garden City 26. We're back in 60 seconds with the fourth quarter here from Nellis Hall on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. I still mix up Garden guys all the time.
53-26, Coffeyville with the lead as we begin the fourth quarter here from Nellis Hall. Chris Freund, Shane Hill alongside. Happy to be with you here on US 98, Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock. Interesting third quarter scoring-wise for Coffeyville, Shay. After putting up, 43 in the first half, they only scored 10 in that third quarter.
Yeah, but, Garden City, we talked about it. Garden had an opportunity there to close that gap, but could only muster 10 points themselves. So Ravens dodge a bullet, still have a 27-point lead and 10 minutes to hang on to it.
Absolutely. Cam facing a double team, and
I think Tony Turner got a timeout.
I think they might have called a timeout.
Yeah. We'll stay here.
So 7 seconds in, we get a timeout here in the fourth quarter.
That's a smart timeout call there by Coach Turner.
Absolutely, it was. I mean, KK was facing a pretty good double team. She was going to have trouble getting the ball out, so good timeout call there. And it's always a good time to go over strategy. Even if you're not going over for today, it's something that you can be working on in the future. And, always good to be able to get a couple plays in that you might not normally be able to use in game time. So,
yeah, no doubt about
it.
Good stuff. And I mean, Coach Turner and Coach Herk are so good about making every moment a teaching moment. And I'm sure Tony Turner in that huddle right now is saying, look, this is not going to be the only time in your life you're trapped.
Right.
And you got to find a way to get out of it because I'm not always going to have a timeout to take.
That is true. That is true. And if you remember, coming out of halftime, Coach Turner was sitting, and it took him all of 12 seconds to get up and start coaching, just because, a great coach never stops coaching, no matter the circumstance, even if you're up 27.
And a great team never stops getting better.
That's true. That is very true. Clarkson inbounds to Highshaw, drives baseline, and she's going to be fouled.
It was a really aggressive take there by Aubrey.
It's going to be on the floor. And De Silva checks in for Luol. KK looking to inbound. Gets it into Carly. Will bring it back out. And then drives. Nice pass underneath the Highshaw. Up and under and good. Nice pass from Carly to Highshaw.
And a great ball fake there by Aubrey. Got her defender off balance. Goes up. Easy finish. Highshaw's really been good in the post the last 3 weeks.
De Silva hands it off. Now to Ella. They lose it, but they'll get it back. That's Ramos Pierce. To De Silva. Top of the key. Looking to drive. Goes up against the 3 defenders high off the glass. No good. Saved by Aubrey Highshaw, and then it's pass to Carly.
It'll be a foul on Garden City.
De Silva gets the foul.
Chris, how about the little man walking behind us in the baby blue full-on tracksuit? That's sharp.
That is really good. That's nice. There's only certain people that can pull that look off, and I'm not one of them.
And he is.
Yeah, nice pass from Parker to Parker. Attorneys at ball. There it is.
Sister right there.
Exactly. 57-26. Back comes Garden. De Silva.
How many times do you think they've had that exact same pass in the backyard?
I have a feeling there's more than we could count. De Silva looking to drive, and there's a foul away from the ball, looks like. I believe they're calling that. It's an offensive foul.
Carly Parker drew the contact, and Chris Carly's really played a good game here today. Carly Parker doesn't have many games that she doesn't play a good game.
No
she's really just been, I feel like, executing well, passing the ball, scoring, defending. I mean, it's been a really nice day for Carly Parker.
No doubt. KK to Carly. Back to KK. To Carly. Had to launch it because she almost went over the line. Clarkson. Inside to Highshaw. There's a nice look. Highshaw was all alone. And a nice pass from Aspen Clarkson. Nice assist, 59-26.
And I overheard Tony Turner there turn to his bench and say they're biting on the ball fake every single time, so keep doing it.
Absolutely. Falls under the if it ain't broke. A drive by De Silva up and no good. And a foul.
It's on Garden, over the back. I'll call that one on Moultrie.
That's Moultrie's third and team fourth with 8:05 to go in the fourth quarter. I've called too many games this year, Shay, where I've said 8:05 to go in the game, and then you go to overtime. So it's 8:05 to go fourth quarter.
That's right.
Clarkson looking to inbound. And a hold. Foul. It looks like there's a hold.
Although, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. There's a timeout. I think in this certain game, you can say that there's 8:05 left in the game.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, 59-26, Coffeyville with the lead, 8:05 to go. And the second half that I think Coffeyville would say there's a lot of things to work on.
No doubt.
But in a game where Garden just couldn't get a rhythm.
This program is always thinking forward, always thinking ahead. It's not going to hurt you today, but if you have a second half like you played today, I think they've played well in the fourth quarter so far.
Right.
But if you have a third quarter like you played today against Cloud County on the road or against Cali on the road, they're going to beat you.
They are.
You have to play a complete 4 quarters to win games against good teams, especially away from home. And I know that that's something they're going to be hard at work on in practice starting, Monday.
Oh.
So it's going to be, Cloud County, Cali on the road. That's 2 really tough games coming up this week. And 9 in a row is great, but you got to keep pace with Dodge City and Hutch. You got to go on the road and find a way. And right now, there's definitely things this team can work on to play better coming up on Wednesday and Saturday next week.
No doubt about it. And, it's one of those things where Coach McBride has said, they've been locked in practice the last couple of weeks especially. But they're going to have to lock in even more on some aspects.
Oh, and in their defense.
And they will.
And in their defense, Chris. It's hard to lock in fully when you're up 25 points.
Exactly. That is very true.
In the games against Hutch and Dodge, I think there's no secret it was their 2 best games of the year because it was close and thrilling the whole way. And that's when this team plays at their best. But something Coach Bailey talks about all the time, too, is you need to be able to play the exact same no matter if you're up 1 or up 40 points.
Absolutely. Carly hands it off to Clarkson. Casey. To Highshaw. Drives, puts up the shot, and an offensive foul. And they're going to call that against Welch.
That's her 4th.
That is her 4th foul.
That just looked like a hard screen to me. I didn't see Norika move at all. I don't know.
Miss Washington will check in.
I don't think you should be punished for the other team not seeing the screen coming. And that feels like what the foul is.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not an official.
No, that's true. I didn't even stay to Holiday Inn Express last night.
I didn't even play one on TV.
Yeah, me either. De Silva looking. Hands it off to Mans. Now into the paint. Back out. Good ball movement at the 3-point line. Trying to work it inside to Luau. And back around. This time De Silva. Top of the key. Got to put up a shot. 1 on the shot clock.
Really good defense by Highshaw and the Ravens.
Clarkson passes it up to Highshaw.
And Aubrey's just too quick for everybody right now.
Great up and under move, Shea. At 61-26 and a timeout taken. Timeout taken by Garden.
Let's take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. Ravens up 35. We'll actually make it a 60-second timeout. Back in 60 seconds here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock.
Garden with the ball coming out of the timeout. Working it down low. And a nice pass inside, but it's blocked. And up, no good. Pass is actually taken out. There's a little bit of a collision as far as defenders trying to go for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds, but it'll still be Garden ball. Looking to inbound is out to Moultrie. Hands it off to Mance. Looking to drive. Goes up against Carly and gets the foul.
That will be on Parker.
That's Carly's 3rd. Team 2nd. Mance will go to the line for 2. First free throw was good.
Ava Baker about to check back in for the Red Ravens. As is Kennerly for Garden City.
Second free throw is good. So Welch checks in. Clarkson checks in. Garden pressing a little. KK. Got to get it over, and they do to Welch. Welch over to Baker. Baker checked in, actually. Working it around. Working it inside, up and under. No good. Rebound batted around. Finally taken by Garden. De Silva. Guarded by Welch. Over to Mans. Looking to drive. Has it poked. Was that a steal by KK? I think it was.
Sure
up ahead
was.
to Welch. 1-on-2 and a no good, but she will go to the line. Welch goes to the line for 2. Nice steal by KK to get able to get the ball up to Welch.
She's so good at that.
If there was a shirt that had the words active hands on it.
That's right.
Welch's first free throw was good. Yeah,
Something that interests me about Narika, Chris, is you notice how she's like 2 steps behind the free throw line when she takes free throws.
I wonder if it's that three-point shooter in her. The further back she is, the better she feels.
Do have a score update from Manhattan. K-State wins their 5th in a row, 81-73 over the Jayhawks.
Wow.
Wildcats red hot right now.
Yes, they are. Ramos Pierce. Up ahead to Kennerly. Shot is up and no good. Rebound taken by Highshaw. KK brings it up. Highshaw. Looking to drive.
Aubrey's been so aggressive in this 4th quarter. This Aubrey Highshaw right here can help the Ravens win a championship.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see this Highshaw, and we're seeing that wonderful Highshaw here tonight. 65-28 Coffeyville. Working it around. Left wing. I believe that's Ella. Now to Mance. Mance. Out to Moultrie. She'll drive. To Ramos Peary. Back out, and it's stolen.
This defense, man.
Up ahead to Ava Baker with the layup.
Ava Baker, bucket maker.
67-28. 4:52 to go in the game. De Silva. Being guarded by KK. To the right wing. Gets a screen. Now back to the left. Out to Ramos Pierce. And Del Silva for 3. Wide open. Boxed out. Nice job by Washington to get the rebound. She brings it up herself. Almost traveled, but hands it back out. Gets it back out to KK. Inside to Highshaw.
Here we go again.
Turnaround. Off a little bit.
A little bit of a heat check
but
there.
Baker saves it. I don't think Highshaw knew that Baker saved it. And back comes Garden. Mance drives, but there's a foul.
Is that the 5th on Highshaw? That's her 4th.
That's Aubrey Highshaw's 4th. Yulee and Hallie Kitchen check in for Highshaw and for KK. 67-28 Coffeyville. 4:06 to go. Moultrie into Jordis Reisner, excuse me. Back around to Silva. Inside to Wimba. Going up against Washington. Nice turnaround jump shot up, and she got the friendly roll.
That's a nice move.
That was a nice move by Wimba. 67-30. Washington up ahead to Welch. Welch underneath. Yulee back to Welch for 3. Might have been blocked a little bit. Partially blocked. Rebound to Silva. She brings it up. Looking to drive, gets into the lane, goes up against 3 Coffeyville defenders. Up no good. Rebound Yulee. They'll hand it off to Kitchens. Kitchens was bumped and still able to keep the dribble. Now to Welch. Washington looking to drive, goes against a triple team and a foul.
We talked about De Silva having quickness with the ball, and Karras is another one of those players, Chris. If Karras decides she wants to go to the rim, there's not many people that can stop her.
No, that's for sure. And even the triple team couldn't there.
Free throws here for Washington.
First one is good. Has she reached 10 points from the free throw line yet?
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming so. She had 6 in a row back in the first quarter. There's 2 more free throws, 69-30. So we approach the 3-minute mark in the fourth quarter. De Silva. Top of the key. Works it inside to Luau. Handoff to Jonas. She works her way to the left wing. Trying to get it inside. Nice ball movement. And a 3 is up and no good. Rebound tipped around, finally controlled by Washington. Trying to work it ahead. Welch to Kitchens. Didn't have the numbers, so they'll back off. Now she drives. Kitchens to Baker. Yulee, top of the key. Washington. Looking for help. And Baker gets it right before the 5 count. Kitchens loses it. Got to pick up a shot. Got to put it up, and a shot clock violation. Back to Garden. Clarkson will check in for Baker with 2:06 to go.
Good minutes from Ava tonight.
Absolutely. Coffeyville 2 minutes away from their 19th win of the season.
Their 9th in a row.
Wimba hands it off to Scruggs, and a 3 is up and no good, but controlled. Nice rebound by Wimba. Keeps the possession alive for Garden. Looking to drive to the left elbow is Jordas. Now back out is De Silva. 9 on the shot clock. And a collision between 2 teammates. The 3 is up and no good by Reisner. Rebound taken by Welch. 90 seconds.
Probably 2 more possessions tonight for the Red Raven offense.
Washington. Dribbles to the right wing. Over to Yulee in the corner. Feed it inside to Washington. Goes baseline. Puts up the shot up and no good.
I'm a little surprised Karras is still out there.
And Vance checks in. For De Silva. 1 minute to go. Coffeyville leads 69-30. Working around the 3-point line is Jordas. And the drive puts up the shot. There's a nice drive. Puts up the shot and it's good. Kitchens up ahead to Welch. Getting triple teamed and no foul call. In fact, it's going to be out of bounds. But the same with Coffeyville.
Tony Turner just hit one of the greatest faces I've ever seen at the official. Oh, man. I wish somebody got that on a picture and we could meme it.
Kitchen. Out to Washington from the right wing. She drives. Baseline. Looking for help. A nice pass into Yulee. She's going to be fouled.
Nice find there by Karras. Chris, we've talked about it really for most of the season. The recipe for this team finding success. Score 60, try to give up 50. And again, this team is able to hit the 60-point plateau. The defense gives up less than 50. If this team keeps operating under that recipe, that formula, they're going to end up with single digits in the loss column. They might already, but
right.
I mean, we're talking about a team that might only lose, a game or two the rest of the way if they keep playing the way they're playing right now.
Yulee makes 1 of 2, getting to the 70-point mark.
Timeout taken by Tony Turner. We'll take a quick one as well. We're back in 30 seconds here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City.
here for Garden in this game. They hand it off to Jonas. Loses it. Able to save it to Mance. She'll drive. Little give and go. There's an offensive foul.
Look at Karis Washington, man. 39 and a half minutes into a game. Karis has done so much for this team today and takes an elbow to the chest here to put sprinkles on top of the sundae.
Yeah, from the 6'4" Luau. Goodness, Washington with 18 seconds. Coffeyville can just run this out if they choose to.
Garden's not making it easy for
No,
them.
they're not. Welch back to Washington. 9 seconds. Driving baseline.
Sammy Turner saying just hold it. Karis finds it, finds Hallie Kitchen. There you go.
That's it.
Ravens win it 70-32. We'll have the Red Raven postgame show coming up next. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City.
In the fall of 1995, over the past 30 years, Coach Herkelman has a record of 760 wins and 239 losses. Once again, tonight's game will mark his 1,000th game coach for the Red Ravens. As the coach of the Red Ravens, Coach Herkelman has guided Coffeyville to 16th conference title, while also becoming the winningest coach in Jayhawk Conference in Region 6 history. Herkelman has won 16 Conference Coach of the Year award, as well as the Region 6 Coach of the Year 9 different times. Coach Herkelman was the first coach in KJCC.
Red Raven post-game show as we return to Nellis Hall. Lady Ravens get the win in game one, 70-32. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you. As you can see here on the Red Raven Sports Network, we celebrate the Hall of Famer here today. Jay Herkelman coaching in his 1,000th game with Coffeyville Community College. His first game came back in 1995. 760 career wins for Coach Herkelman. 15 conference titles. Winning as coach in Jayhawk Conference and Region 6 history. 15 Coach of the Year awards. 8 Region 6 Coach of the Year awards. He's the first coach in Jayhawk men's basketball history to win the region 3 straight years. He's taken the Ravens to 12 national tournaments, including the 2021 National Championship. He's a 2018 NJCAA Hall of Famer. Coach Herkelman coaching in his 1,000th game here today. And Chris, fittingly, he's joined on court by the newest member of the Red Raven Hall of Fame class, his very first team from 1995, that conference championship team that went 26-7 in year number 1.
Gotta love it. If you're listening on US 98, we're talking with the Coffeyville folks here, but if you're listening, you'll want to go back and watch this on the Red Raven Sports Network. What a moment.
Coach Herkelman joined by his family, Bryce Sy, athletic director, holding up the plaque. And pretty cool there to see, Chris, side by side. It's team number 1 and team number 30 to either side of Coach.
No doubt, no doubt.
And there it is. It took 3 tries to get here, but the 1,000th career game for Jay Herkelman.
Here's the strange thing about it, Shay. I've never really seen Coach Herkelman smile
there you
this
go.
much.
Some special recognition. The 1995-96 Red Raven basketball team. They were inducted last night into the Hall of Fame. And Coach Herkelman said on numerous occasions, Chris, this is the team that started it all. A team that was picked to finish last. A team that didn't have expectations in this conference. Went out and won 26 games. Beat Butler at a brand new Nellis Hall. And won the conference championship. And really set the standard for the last 30 years of Red Raven basketball.
Absolutely.
And Chris, something that was, I know, very cool for Coach Herkelman, his entire team is here. The entire 1995-96 team made it back to Nellis Hall for this weekend. I know that's very special for Coach Herk and his family.
Absolutely it is. You can just tell it is.
I don't know how, with all the emotions that I'm sure Coach is feeling here today, I don't know how he's going to go out there and coach a game here in about 20 minutes, but he's going to have to figure out how to do it.
I have a feeling he's going to figure out how to do that. I mean, he himself said it's been 10 days. They're ready to play. Everybody's ready to play. He's ready to coach. They're just ready to get back into basketball mode here.
No question about that. No question about that. Let's go over final game stats here. As we have some stunning news out of the Jayhawk Conference. Seward County has knocked off Dodge City, 55-52, and with that, the Ravens have moved one game out of first place.
Wow.
In the Jayhawk Conference.
Wow. That's amazing. Holy
Seward
cow.
pulls off the big-time upset, and Coffeyville is now just one game back of Hutch and Dodge in the Jayhawk.
See, you said it earlier, and you're absolutely right. When you get to this part of the season, throw out the records. It doesn't matter. That's amazing. That's huge news.
Very interesting right there. Let's go over final stats in this one before we hear from Coach and hear from our player of the game. Dodge City, or Garden City. I did it again, Chris. I did it again.
Well,
because we were just talking Dodge.
Exactly.
I get mixed up. Garden City ends up shooting 21% from the floor, 12% from three, 46% at the line. That is an elite day for the Raven defense.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
Leading the way for Garden today was 11 for Jolie Mance, as well as 6 for Jordice Reisner, 5 for Bruna Costa da Silva, 4 for Priscilla Rose Wemba, 4 for Ajong Lual, and 2 tonight for Kennerly as well. Ramos Piris had 6. They hold Moultrie scoreless here this afternoon.
Wow. Wow.
Impressive.
That is.
Red Ravens today shoot 51% from the floor, 31% from three, and 77% at the free throw line. Leading the way for Coffeyville today, 17 points for Karis Washington, 14 for Aubrey Highshaw, 11 for Narika Welch, 11 for Carly Parker, 5 for Aspen Clarkson, 6 for Alexis Parker, 2 for Hallie Kitchen, 2 for Ava Baker. Chris, once again, obviously it's a team effort to get a win. But that Red Raven core four, if you will, Narika, Aubrey, Karis, and Carly, they all score in double figures. They combine for 53 points this afternoon.
That's incredible. Absolutely. To say that quartet can score is an understatement.
And good
they
news,
showed that here tonight.
And good news for Red Raven men's basketball fans. Daniel Tomboy, who was a game-time decision coming into today, he was pretty sick the last couple days. He's out there in warm-ups. I promise you he's probably not going to play 38 minutes today.
Right.
But just any Daniel Tomboy for this team, obviously a huge advantage.
Yeah, no doubt about it. A huge pick-me-up for this Red Raven team.
And let's see. I'm trying to see who I can see out there. Looks like Ruth is good to go. Looks like Kason Thomas. Brian Griffith is good to go. Justin Taylor. Jeremiah Kemboy. We see Charles Caparasso. Relia Nagulich. Looks like this team's pretty healthy in terms of who's available. I'm not sure if they're all 100%.
Right.
But it seems like nearly the entire roster will be suiting up here today for the Ravens, which is great news.
Yeah, that is definitely good news. I think they're ready to go after a 10-day break. An unscheduled, really, 10-day break.
No question about that. Red Raven postgame show here brought to you on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. by our good friends with US 98 and RRSN here today. And let's take a quick break as we wait for Coach and our player of the game to come on out here. We'll step away for 3 minutes. We'll have more after this as we get ready for game number 2. Back in 3 minutes here on US 98, Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. I only have 2 headsets today. Red Raven post-game show as we get ready for game number 2 here at Nellis Hall between the Red Ravens and the Garden City Broncbusters. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. We'll be joined by Coach and our Red Raven player of the game coming up here in just a moment as we get ready for game number 2. But Chris, 70-32 in game number 1, and once again the pressure is put on the guys. After a great Lady Raven performance, the guys got to try to match it.
Yeah, they do, and I think they're ready to see if they can get that doubleheader sweep, if you will, because they're on the floor.
We
that hasn't happened
definitely,
in a while.
and we, something we were keeping an eye on today, Chris, is Garden City and Independence got into a little bit of an incident on Wednesday night. And Independence had to forfeit today's game because of that.
Right.
Garden City, we were wondering if they were going to be down some players. Now, I could be wrong here. I only see 7 guys warming up for Garden City today.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And we'll figure out who the players are that are missing.
Right.
But that could be huge for the Red Ravens. That's not a lot of depth if anybody gets into foul trouble.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely. This could loom large, if you will.
No question about that.
Wow.
We're about 12 minutes away here from tip-off of game number 2. And still waiting for Coach and our player of the game to pop out of the locker room here this afternoon.
But honestly, you never know, Shay, just because we've seen, the Coffeyville women's team down 4 and they were able to pull off a pretty big win.
No question.
You may be down some, but definitely not down and out.
No question about that. No question. Again, if you're just now joining us, we had some pretty surprising news over on the women's side of the conference. Seward County knocking off Dodge City today, and the Lady Ravens just one game back in the league standings. So great news for the Ravens, obviously getting a win today, Chris, but also getting a little bit of help from Seward County. We're going to have Aubrey Highshaw and Cam Anderson joining us coming up. Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, Coach Anderson and Aubrey Highshaw join us on the Red Raven postgame show. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. Post-game show here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Also, hello to our friends at 99.9 The Rock in Garden City. Shea Neal now joined by assistant coach Camry Anderson as we get ready for game number 2. Coach, 9 in a row. Great start. Kind of a weird start for your team, but again, you get out to a double-digit lead. You protect it well, and you continue to roll. Now 12-1 at Nellis Hall this year. What worked today for the team?
Sharing the basketball. We were getting up and guarding and really just sharing the ball offensively. So that really worked for us. We're staying locked in on the game plan, and we're rolling.
Coach, you mentioned the defense. It's been great all year, but it really feels like you said, it's taken a step up in intensity these last couple games. Pressure defense without fouling for the most part. What have you seen in practice and in these last 3-5 games that this defense really feels like they continue to get better and better?
Really telling them in practice that defense is going to be the key to all of our games. The offense is going to come and go, but on the defensive end, that's got to be there 100%.
Coach, and a chance to get some more payback. You got your payback against Hutch. Now you got to go try and get payback against Cloud County on Wednesday. What does Cloud do that's going to be difficult? How do you get ready?
Not really worried about what they're doing right now. We're just trying to stay locked in, keep rolling. For us, it's going in, trying to steal a win on the road, and just making sure we play as one, play as a team.
Love to hear it. Camry Anderson, good enough to join us here after the game. Coach, congrats on the win. We're back in 60 seconds with Aubrey Highshaw here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. All right, you ready? About 10 seconds.
All right.
Ravens win it 70-32 at Nellis Hall. We're now joined by our US 98 player of the game, Aubrey Highshaw. Aubrey, really aggressive offensively for you, especially in that second half, getting the ball, getting right to the rim. What did you see today that really allowed you to be aggressive on the offensive end?
It's really just my mindset that I've been trying to work on before each game. I just listen to my music, I get ready, and I call my dad, and he gives me his little inspirational speech, and it helps me out very well. 9 in a row for this team. Aubrey now playing your best basketball of the season. What do you see from this group right now in practice and out on the floor that has this team rolling right now the way they are? Oh, definitely Coach trying to rip at our tails. We're getting tired of it, so we gotta keep it rolling as much as we can to keep them happy. And 8 games left now before the playoffs. Tough road trips this week to Cloud County and Cali, 2 solid teams.
what does this team got to do to stay locked in and go on the road and get some dubs?
Oh, we're just going to keep being locked in practice, keep being aggressive towards each other. We're not going to let each other get comfortable or sit back, anything. We're going to come ready.
Aubrey, congrats on the win. We enjoy it with your teammates. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's take a 3-minute timeout as we get ready for game number 2. We're back in 3 minutes on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network, and 99.9 The Rock in Garden City.